So hello everyone, this is the day 87th of my journey to improve my communication skills. So today I spent most of the day in the library so that I can utilize my time properly. And what did I learn today? So as usual, I read a lot of the pages in the book Hard Knocks of the Communications, like what is the role of the communication in the day-to-day life, how you can improve your communication skills, power of the words, power of speech, then vocal qualities, a lot of the things I learned. And after that, coming to my technical skills. So in DSA, I solved two problems. First problem is next permutation, and the second one is finding a leader in an array. So next permutation is medium-based problem in the DSA. So what approach I applied? So first of all, I find the pivot element in an array. After finding the pivot element, then uh, I compare the elements which are in front of the pivot elements, which is the second largest element than the pivot element. So once I calculate this, then I swap these elements with the pivot element and then reverse all the elements after the pivot elements. So after doing all these steps, we will get the next permutation of the given uh, given permutation. So this is basically approach to solve permutation problem, and the time complexity is big of n and space complexity is big of 1 because we are not using an extra space to store the uh, array values. So coming to the next problems, which is finding a leader in an array. So what is leader in an array? So element or a digit in an array is said to be leader all the elements uh, if all the elements to the right side of that element is lesser than that element, then only it is called leader. And apparently last element is always the leader because no element in the right side, so it automatically becomes the leader in an array. So it's another I have solved this with the two approaches. First with the brute force and then optimal force. So brute force is basically I use two loops. I check for each and every element is there is any greater element on the right side or not. If it's present, then I push it into the uh, push it to another array or another vector array. So after pushing, I will print the array and I will get the maximum. I will get the leaders present in an array. The second approach is basically optimal approach in which I use only one loop and time complexity is big of n. So I start from the last. So last element I will check that is there any element which is greater than uh, the last element, and iteratively I increase the pointer and I'll check all the elements. Once it iterates the loop, I will get the all leaders present in array. So this is basically approach to solve the next permutation and the leader present in an array. So coming to the communication skills. So as usual, I already told that I read the book, and after I finished that hard knocks to communication. After that, I bought another book from the library, uh, which is basically how to develop a strong memory, and written by the Anand Paul. So the writer mentioned a lot of the things like how you can strong your memory, and there is no such thing that a bad memory. Bad memory exists in India. It's just a human perception. It's all about your interest. If you are interested in some topic, you will definitely recall it for the longer period of time. And there is some tricks or tips to how to recall the things faster. And but he mentioned he just give a uh, random alphabets, and he tell that if how many times how much time to you will take to remember this, and then he gave another sentence which have a valid meaning. Then it took less time than the previous sentence. Then he gave one sentence, and I recall it in just a few seconds. So what does it represents? It shows that if something is meaningful and you are understanding the concept, then only you can recall it. And when whatever you are studying, just visualize the things, just understand the concepts. You will definitely recall it for the longer period of the time. If you just mug up the things, you will definitely forget it for a certain period of the time. So this is the basic approach you have to apply in studies, whatever the field you are in. Just उस टॉपिक के अंदर घुस जा बिल्कुल, उसका visualize करो, what are the things present in, how the things going on, what are the approaches happening behind. This is the basic approach to help you to build a strong memory and to keep the things for a longer period of time. And he also mentioned some 11 names, and he just gave an example of you have to recall all the 11 names in 3 minutes. So I recalled almost 9 names, and after that, he mentioned that these all 11 are the cricket players. So this helped me to recall it for a longer period of time, those who have interest in cricket. And after that, he mentioned that this is just a ruse. I didn't know anything about the cricket. I just take a ruse so that I can come to the main point that if you are pointing something towards specific topic or to relate some topic to your as per your interest, you will definitely recall it for a longer period of time. So this is the approach which writer want to mention, and it's a wonderful book. I will try to finish it within 10 or 15 days. So yeah, this is all which I learned today, and I will continue this journey as long as possible to improve my communication skills as well as the technical skills. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.